Singapore is the safest city in the world. Our virtually non-existent crime rate is something that we can be proud of. The safety and security that we experience here is a luxury that we all enjoy. But with all things that come easily, it can also be something that can be conveniently taken for granted. Although there is no real reason for alarm, being prepared and arming yourself with the knowledge of self-defense is a fundamental need. A fundamental responsibility to the people we love and to ourselves. Kapap is a martial art style, born from the necessity of urban combat in Israel, taught to the Israeli Special Forces for use in real urban warfare, where danger could present itself in many present-day real-life situations.
Kapap, as described by my master Sensei Avi Nadia, the co-founder of Modern Kapap, is basically a bridge between systems, meaning that we incorporate martial arts systems across the field. Whether one learns Taekwondo, Muay Thai or Karate, we integrate it together through a common platform and we exploit the strengths of different systems. This allows Kapap to be able to be more adaptable to a modern attack. Because in modern attack, it's not just unarmed, it could include, for example, weaponry like use of guns, knives, or multiple attackers. Kapap, in that sense, allows you to handle such situations much better than if you learn a traditional system where it may not take into account, for example, a gun attack.
Well, the aim of Kapap is actually, to impart realistic personal protection skills to the people.
Imagine walking to your car after a long day at work. The car park is empty. You are alone. You are tired. You are a prime target. You are in a foreign land, unfamiliar with the territory. You have made a wrong turn down the wrong alley. You are now a prime target. Kapap is a martial art that teaches its students how to effectively defend themselves, where danger comes from unexpected situations.
In essence, I'm a psychologist in the education business, but I've been doing martial art for the last 30 years out of pure interest, but in a traditional martial art like Taekwondo, kickboxing, things like that. What got me into Kapap was about a decade ago. Unfortunately, my brother was attacked in the streets of Malaysia. Actually, it was Johor Bahru. And during the attack, he suffered a serious injury and was in coma for about 8 years before he was finally put to rest. That inspired me to do something about it. I felt it was important for people to understand that they need to take personal responsibility for their safety and not just leave it to other people. I started Kapap in memory of him, with the hope that more people can keep safe once they understand what real street attacks is about. One of the fundamental strengths of Kapap is the exploitation of understanding of biomechanics and the laws of physics. Now, in essence, all martial arts have that, but they do not teach them explicitly. Whereas in Kapap, we teach them explicitly. So our students, for example, learn to use law of leverage. They learn to use principles like push-pull, balance displacement. In an engagement where they're training, they are constantly exploiting these biomechanics and laws of physics. In that respect, it allows you to fight against people from different systems because these are the common platforms.
You're approaching from the side, one at the back of the head, the other using your feet.
My name is Ying Xuan and I'm a lady instructor of Kapap Academy Singapore. I've been doing Kapap for about a year to teach ladies how to defend themselves effectively without relying on force, because I know that ladies do not have the physical strength to depend on force to fight against a stronger opponent, for example like a guy. I think ladies should learn Kapap because primarily they need to understand they are very easy targets to be attacked on the streets, simply because they do not have the physical strength nor size to defend themselves against a normal street attack. They are like walking targets on the streets. So if any guy were to target them, unless they learn self-defense, they won't be able to fend off any attack on them. And Kapap is a system that doesn't rely on strength, but rather focus on biomechanics and laws of physics. So it's enough for an average lady to undergo a Kapap program and defend themselves within a few sessions. We have been doing programs to reach out to the girls. For example, We are collaborating with Girls Brigade, Raffles Girls, Methodist Girls Brigade, and just today, for instance, we have done with St. Margaret's Girls Brigade. This is one way to reach out to the girls. Of course, we have other ways of collaboration with ladies' organizations, for example with AWARE, with United Nations for Women. So these are two bigger organizations for ladies that we actually work with besides Girls' School.
This is bring hands. Alright, top to look. It's like that. Rhino. Visor. Elephant.
In a typical Kapap session, we actually focus a lot on common situations where ladies will find themselves to be attacked in. For example, in a rape situation. So we cover different positions of a lady being attacked on the ground. Example, a guy mounted on a lady and tries to choke her out or punch her. That is one common position. The other position will be a typical rape situation, a position where the guy is in between the girl's legs. So from that position, the girl needs to learn how to effectively get out of this position and fight off the attacker. We don't want our students to, take years to master these skills. We want them to be able to learn it within a few sessions. So these techniques are designed to be simple and effective, that within a session alone, they can pick it up already.
My name is Amos. Alright, I've been doing Kapap for the last year and 2 months. I've been an instructor for Kapap for about 6 months now, a level 1 instructor. So currently we are doing some things for the North East district by engaging the elderly organizations that's based in the North East, places like St. Luke's Elder Care in Tampines, Sheng Hong Elderly at Hougang, plus also the schools that are based in the North East, such as Meridian JC, and we got them to actually intergeneration bonding between the two organizations. And lastly, we're also doing some Kapap Kids program at the Florida condominium based at Hougang. This program is actually an anti-bullying kids program that teaches the kids not to be afraid of an aggressor that comes to them in school. So it's basically to teach them how to actually de-escalate, a very a situation where a bigger kid comes to bully them. So it's teaching them the psychological part of it and also the physical part of it. We are approaching much more organizations in the Northeast, like be it schools, be it elderly organizations. We're also doing approaching companies actually that are based off in the Northeast, places like Changi South. We've been approaching the programs over there, telling them to take up programs like executive protection, and also as a healthy activity among the employees.
Kappa teaches its students how to defend themselves against bigger attackers who have the advantage of both sides and strength. Kappa arms its students with the knowledge of how to gain the advantage in a life or death situation, using nothing but the correct physical positioning of their limbs. Using the appropriate stance, positioning yourself in the best place, arming with the confidence necessary for staying calm. All this takes place at 22 Keong Siak Road, every Saturday from 4 to 6 p.m. Come on down and take a look for yourself.
See? Very nice and gentle.
Be prepared to defend yourself.